in Boston, New York, Dubai, and Shanghai.
I read a little something about you, that you applied to work at Concepts part-time, and now you're the creative director, so give us the background on that, how you got.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome. But before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, even
David Aldridge, thank you. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, Griffin is out there with Durant, and it's Kyrie Irving, then it's Joe Harris, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in Northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. That one wide left.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor, and he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility, and offense is tertiary to his contribution.
First free throw is good.
A sharp shooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
Green, he's checked in for the Nets. And then for the Lakers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end, love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. They need this, and then Durant with the dunk.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Passes to Caldwell Pope. Floats it up for Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
It's stolen by Davis. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the...
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every day, and how can we bring...
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Green is out there with Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Claxton in at the center. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game, and it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court, as the Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Schroeder looking over the floor. And he banks in the layup.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Nets trail by 16. Harden outside. Shoots it up. Harris trying to get free. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Davis. The shot misses. Nice D from Griffin. Brown outside. And here's KD for three.
You know, defensively, Anthony Davis might be the...
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in command with a 16-point lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. The Lakers came ready to play. They strung together several impressive trips down the floor to open things up with an...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the 5. Here's James. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as well.
Oh, that was a strong dunk!
Now, this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope outside. Now the pass to LeBron. Schroeder with the ball. Drummond finds James. Poked away. Just 3 to shoot. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
You got to give respect to Caldwell Pope's mid-range jump shot. He's got the green light to take this shot, and that green light is always on.
44 seconds left in the third quarter. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Man, can you always always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass. Money.
Here's James trying to get open as Davis, and it's LeBron missing. Nets trail by 16. Durant kicks to Irving, and here's Harden for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's James. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Irving can't hit. James looking it over. Over Harris. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And again, he's one of the toughest offensive players in the league. They've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Landry Shamet. Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's KD. And finished off by KD.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Kuzma outside. Kicks to Morris. Harrell up top. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Green, the pass to Harden. Takes a three. Rebound by Harrell.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Kuzma outside. Schroeder outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Schroeder hits them both. And the Nets with possession. They trail by 18. Johnson, the pass to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. A shot by Johnson, no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Morris. Outside Matthews. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Brown. And his first shot of the game, no good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.